Here, Rio, right now there's a fuel leak underneath, so I looked online to see if there's anybody with similar problems and found some, but I'm thinking I can take the back seat off, remove it, and it might get to the top of the fuel tank. So I'm going to try that first. I got to figure out where this is coming from because this is dangerous. This is why we smelt fuel inside the car a lot and why it has trouble starting. Finally got an engine code saying low fuel pressure, so we'll see what's going on. There definitely is a cap here that will get you to the fuel tank, but it's glued on. You can't remove it. So if I remove it, I'm gonna have to glue it back together, and I might damage this taking it off, so that sucks. Alright, well, I tried dropping the tank from underneath, and it turns out you do have to disconnect wires up here. I thought this was sealed. It's just whatever, glue. You have to just pop this cover off and undo those connectors, otherwise you might break it. It looks like some fuel's coming from there, so it might be leaking right there. I might have just had to replace this. I don't know, but see, there's fuel right there. So you can see the muffler's in the way, and I tried removing the holders right here, the rubber holders. It still won't drop enough. One, that's going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to disconnect the muffler. I finally got the tank disconnected and out. See what I had to do? I dropped the muffler on one end. I was able to leave these rubber boots on it, these two, but I take that one off. And then, I had to disconnect the catalytic converter right here at that. Okay, so I still don't know where the leak is. It's wet on both sides of the tank. I removed this thing, and this is wet on the bottom, but it's not wet here. See where the fuel is leaking on both sides, but not in the middle? That's just from where it's dripping down. So if somebody has any idea where this could be leaking, let me know. If not, I'm gonna have to just got my pressure washer out. Pressure washed the entire tank. This part right here, I don't know what it is, but it's attached to it. I'm gonna fill it up with water here. I don't know if you're supposed to fill it up with water, but I am going to, and then I'll just drain it afterwards and dry it out before I put it back. But I need to find out if this tank is leaking, and I hope not. This is a $700 tank. This right here, the fuel pump, is a $250 part. And again, I don't know what this is yet, but I'm sure that's probably over $100. So an expensive problem to fix. All right, the more I think about this fuel leak problem that I have with this tank, the more I think it's coming from these two connectors here. These are fuel lines. Here's the fuel pump. I did finally get a code reading that the fuel pressure was low. So maybe it's the fuel pump. I'm going to replace this first. I'm going to go to AutoZone, get this part. Maybe the fuel pressure wasn't high enough and was causing a leak from these right here, because these connectors are pressurized, and if you don't have a lot of pressure in there, maybe it's loosened up. I don't know. But I filled this up with water. It's not leaking, you know, so it's too heavy. I'm gonna drain that, let this dry out overnight. I still don't know what this part is, but it's either these connectors right here, which I'll get new ones when I place the fuel pump right here, and then, or it could be one of these lines right here. So I'm gonna see if I can also replace these lines at the same time. That's it. I'm gonna put this back into the car tomorrow, and hopefully, problem solved. I will see. But before I do that, if you have any suggestions or ideas, let me know. before I go through all this work, I'd like to just think about as much as possible, get some ideas, and check everything. Go through everything thoroughly before I do all this work. Alright, thanks. Comment, let me know what you think. I'm out.